guys, it's Vanessa, and today you can obviously see today is going to be a really powerful interview because I am here with Trent Shelton. Thank you so much for being on the interview today. So you can introduce yourself and tell the viewers a little bit about what you do if they haven't heard of you. And if you haven't heard of Trent Shelton, then you're pretty much living under a rock.
Thanks for having me, first of all. I really appreciate it. What you do is totally awesome. I'm Trent, like she said, and I founded an organization called Rehab Time, and what I do is I just speak across the world inspiring people, you know, giving people hope, letting people know that they're worth it at the end of the day. I used to play professional football. That was kind of my journey towards what I do now. I went through a hard time in my life, and I don't want people to go through the times that I went through or suffer like I went through, so that's what I do, what I do to help people.
Amazing. So can you tell the viewers exactly how you realized that you needed to inspire people and how you thought that was what you wanted to do for the rest of your life?
For sure. Well, two situations happened. One, the birth of my son. You know, I wanted to be a better role model for my son, and then one of my best friends, you know, he committed suicide. And at that moment, it made me realize that, you know, somebody needs to be there for people. And even in my darkest times, I felt like nobody was there for me. And people were, it's just that I always felt alone. I didn't feel people to understand. And so I wanted to just make sure, as a promise to my friend, that I would be a voice for people and an ear for people. And I just started making these videos about my life. And as I started to share it for almost 10 years now, it just grew to what it is today.
That is a beautiful message that everybody should have written down or pasted into their heads. And can you tell the viewers, well, how you discovered your idea of Rehab Time and what the purpose of creating that was?
For sure, Rehab Time, it's funny because it was for myself at first. You know, I never really wanted to be a speaker at that moment. I'm actually an introvert, you know, and so public speaking was my biggest fear, you know, so I'm like, you know, I don't want to do this. Same thing, right? But I realized that it's a lot bigger than me. And so with Rehab Time, when I started, it was for myself. And so the word rehab, a lot of people think, you know, drugs or alcohol, but for me, it was being an athlete. It's like when you go to rehab, you get hurt, you know, you put a strength back into a weakness. And so I took that same mindset just to life. We all have things that we can strengthen. And so I just started telling myself it's rehab time. So that meant for me, mine, as far as reading books, I didn't like to read. Now I write books, how that works. Getting my body right physically, and then getting my spirit right from a spiritual standpoint. So mind, body, and soul. And so I just started saying that word, and that meant, okay, it's go time. And it just now it's, you know, it's all across the world. It's just amazing.
Can you believe like how you have changed? Like, can you just tell the difference from how you first started and how you are now?
Big time. I mean, like I said, public speaking wasn't my biggest fear. You know, somebody could ask me to speak for 5 minutes and it seemed like 3 hours. You know how it is, right? But now, I mean, I just did an event where I spoke for 2 hours and it wasn't enough time. And so just from that standpoint, from speaking, but also from a personal standpoint, you know, just holding myself more accountable, and it definitely helped me a lot. And I just tell people out there, whatever you're doing when you first start a journey, it's hard, it's uncomfortable, but as long as you keep progressing at your pace, not the world's pace, eventually you start to realize that you'll overcome your fears, you'll become more confident, and then the best way is just to give your gift to the world and not allow the world to influence you. So I just want to share that with your viewers, to be yourself. It's your greatest gift in the world. Be you.
That's really important. Thank you so much for giving that message to all of them. And for the last question, I've done a little bit of research. I'm not a stalker, but I've done a little bit of research about you. And we found out that you've started speaking at churches and that helped you grow.
Yes.
Can you tell us a little bit about your first biggest step on getting out there?
For sure. You definitely did your research on that one. And it's funny because the backstory, I'll try to be really quick. The backstory behind that was I was supposed to go to New Orleans for football that Friday. And so one of my closest friends, he asked me to speak at an event. I was like, I don't want to do this. You know, I'm not a speaker. Like, at that time I was trying to be a rapper. I was like, I can rap. But he's like, no, I see something in you you don't see in yourself. And so I called my coach and said, hey, can I come Saturday so I can speak at this event? My coach said, okay. So I go to this event. It's 3,000 kids, you know.
That's a lot of children.
Yes, and I mean, you know, I know you're young. You know how it is speaking in front of kids sometimes, just attention spans or kids don't want to hear certain messages. And so I was nervous, but I got on stage. I prepared this whole speech the night before. As soon as I got on stage, what do you think happened? Stage
flipped over.
I didn't know what to say. So at that moment, I just, with my faith, I said, God, use me. I spoke from my heart. And those kids received that message. And at that moment, when I got off the stage, I made a decision to stop pursuing football and pursue my purpose and passion. And it wasn't nobody following me or watching videos, or I wasn't getting paid to speak or anything like that. I just said, I know in my heart this is what I'm supposed to do, because I never had that feeling before. And that's when the rehab time journey started.
That's really important, because it's so important that you go with your gut feeling, because obviously it gives you an incredible result. And obviously I can see that you've been doing some incredible things in your life, and I'm so inspired by what you do and how big your career has grown and how much you have helped other people's lives. So if you want to go and check out some of the inspirational, motivational videos Trent has done, so you can listen to his awesome Texas accent, also giving you some motivation to make your life even better, I will link his channel in the description, or I'll leave it in the little I button in the corner, so you guys can go and get more inspiration in just this little video. And also don't forget to like this video if you've heard of Trent, or you're very happy that you have now learned of Trent. And also don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel and subscribe to Trent himself too. And thank you so much for being on this little interview, and I'll see you all soon. Bye!